Hello, it's pre-recorded Yahtzee again. I'm taking the opportunity to go on summer holiday, since big game releases are presently as thick on the ground as a sheet of greaseproof paper. But that means it's time for the annual Summer Game Drought vote, in which our lovely Patreon subscribers get the opportunity to vote for something I have to review during summer. By law, or something. And I need to reveal this year's 6 candidates. Remember, only Patreon subscribers at the value tier or above get to vote, so if you've been holding out for an ideal time to help support the channel and keep us all alive and able to feed the kids and all that, and one of the games I'm about to list makes you sit up and go, yes, that is what we need to be pushing his nose into in the manner of a naughty dog into their poo, then maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for. You can go to patreon.com/secondwindgroup and sign up at any time. If you're still not tempted, maybe just leave a comment under this video in the hopes someone with voting power will see it, if they're not too busy making friends at high-class cocktail parties and being generally great. So let's get the inevitable out of the way. The first candidate is Danganronpa. Again. The anime high school detective visual novel thing, bravely showing its face for the 4th year running. Say what you like about the boy, but you've got to admire the strength of character it takes to get back up after every deck to the face, if not the preservation instinct. Serious question, Patreon voters, do you still actually want me to review this game, or are you just happy to keep a running gag going? Guess we'll find out. Also in the returning from a previous year's vote camp, our second game is Factorio, the original indie crafting survival factory building simulator that causes everyone who likes it to be utterly convinced everyone else would really like it if they just gave it a chance. I find it hard to believe Factorio hasn't yet been topped by newer factory building games. I mean, as far as I can see, all it still has going for it is low processor cost and having a name that sounds a bit like a Shakespeare character. Our third contestant is Thief the Black Parade. I believe the first time a mod has been nominated. It was suggested to me because I've long been vocal in my dismay for the lack of good Thief in the world, meaning Thief 2, about half of Thief 1, and very select bits of Thief 3. The Black Parade is reportedly a fan-made mod that's just as good as classic Thief, but I'll believe that if stroke when I see it. I don't go easy just because it's amateur league. I don't even grade my kids' pasta pictures highly if they forget to put fusillis all around the sun. Entry number 4 is Final Fantasy IX. I remember in my brief experiences with it back in PS1 days rather appreciating Final Fantasy IX's more fantastical Brian Froudy aesthetic, so I wouldn't mind giving it a more thorough look, lifting its tail, if you will. I very steeply went off Final Fantasy around 7 and 8 when it stopped being about, fantasy, and started being more about hot anime sword boys fending off Poontang from every angle. The 5th candidate presents a bit of a notional contrast with the previous entry on this list, Slay the Princess, an indie visual novel with a twist that goes into the sort of existential, deconstructive realms of your Doki Doki literature clubs and your Stanley Parables. I have played it, I didn't review it, but I will both play it and review it if it gets enough votes from our Patreon subscribers. That's kind of the whole thing we're doing right now. Have I made it clear enough yet? I wasn't sure. And our 6th and final candidate is a bit of an out-of-left fielder, Rayman, the original, from back when games were hard, and before Ubisoft hadn't blotted their copybook, or indeed shat on it, ripped it apart, and sold its component shreds as timesaver passes. Apparently it was suggested on the Discord because last year marked 30 years since the release of Rayman 1, and the fans thought this would make for a lovely birthday present. I don't know. I mean, it's been 30 years since the Port Arthur massacre, but I don't see none of you wanting me to review that. And that's this year's list, and the polls are now open. Remember, if you're subscribed to the Patreon at the value tier or above, that's the $5 tier, then you can get your vote in right now at patreon.com/secondwindgroup. And whatever gets the most votes, I will have to do a special fully Ramblomatic on at some point during the summer game drought, presumably the next time I get desperate for subject matter, which probably shouldn't take too long. Join the Patreon now. Or don't. I'm on holiday now, so I officially don't give a shit about anything until Saturday the 27th. Whoa-hey! Up yours, viewer!